Hello one, hello all. Welcome to this episode of Savage Sinema. I am CP. You are not. Today we're covering Never Hike Alone. Never Hike Alone is written, produced, directed by stars Vince DiSanti. We got one. Full YSO. A hiker's survival skills are put to the test when he stumbles upon the remains of an old abandoned camp and discovers its long, dark secrets. So let's get to it. First off, this movie is just long enough to be considered a feature. I think it's really close. It's less than an hour, so and free on YouTube. So best of luck claiming this footage, Vince. No, I kid. Let's get into it. No, seriously, there's no excuse. If you have any intrigue, go and check it out for yourself. Link will be down below. And keep up with Womp Stomp Films because, well, let's just say there's potential for a future with this film. Spoiler, he's making one as I film this. If you don't want to be spoiled, you're gonna want to not watch this. Go watch the movie, then come back. And right off the bat, we have an establishing shot of the vast forest. This looks like second unit stuff, and oh my goodness, I don't know if you've watched a Friday the 13th movie recently, but a second unit shot in a Friday the 13th movie is just so... They're treating it like a real movie. What is probably a drone doing the filming still has superb quality, and to see this in a fan film seconds in is rather promising. So we meet our protag, Kyle.
Check 1, 2. Hey everyone, Kyle McLeod here, checking in on another glorious backcountry adventure.
Is he a YouTuber? Awesome.
Essential to your gear list. It is a 3-piece collapsible shovel by fuck. What was it again?
It's at the 28-minute mark that we finally get Jason, and all right, so he's present. It's interesting seeing a Jason that kind of feels like a Jason while not being Kane Hodder. Derek Mears was absolutely menacing, and it's been a while to see somebody, I don't want to say respect the characteristics of Jason Voorhees, but he's a zombie, but he's not breathing like he's got a problem breathing. Certainly refreshing to see DiSanti's take on Jason Voorhees. New entry to the Friday the 13th series. Apparently Jason bleeds water from Flint, Michigan. So full disclosure, you are with the Kyle character, and you get the sense that, oh, okay, here, we're gonna have every single Friday the 13th rumor from the 2000s come out here, and oh, POV GoPro footage. You have access to an 8K camera, and we're simulating GoPro footage. Cool. Thank God we're getting the found footage Friday the 13th. With all seriousness, anybody with a knowledge of filmmaking, budgeting, this is a rather smart idea by Vince. Using very limited cast and not having to do much, using natural light. If I were to judge this movie on the first 20 minutes or so, I might have wanted to tap out. Again, you have to remember, this is a Friday fan film that is so much less a Friday fan film and more a director showing off his filmmaking skills while using the legend of Friday the 13th as a backdrop. It's bizarre to see such character building in a Friday the 13th movie, where we're with this character, we're finding things out, we're learning about his capabilities. As referenced earlier, the Foley work done on this film is quite imposing. This is by far and away the most technically sound and home theater friendly Friday movie I think ever. That's saying something, but it's arguable that maybe he went a little hard on making Jason's presence heavy with his feet. I wouldn't say it's heavy-handed, but it's heavy-footed. Jason is my downstairs neighbor in this movie. Oh, now we have great cinematography in a Friday the 13th movie. What is this? This is like a prank for Friday the 13th movies. Things are in focus, things look good, things sound good. We have second unit shots, story development, character development. What? Next you're gonna tell me there's no nudity. Director Vince DiSanti says that the film was shot in 8K and downgraded to play on YouTube and Blu-ray. 8K, we couldn't get 2 nipples, 1 nipple, all those thousands of lines of resolution wasted on no tits. This is not a Friday the 13th film, sir. Darcy DeMoss was at least supposed to show her breasts in part 6. You have no excuse. And don't give me this small cast size bullshit. And no, the Playboy by proxy is not, no. Vince, for the future, we're gonna have to see nipples because I don't care if it's a man's nipples. This is a slasher movie, damn it. So quickly we'll abandon the tits, let's get to the hits. As far as the hits, this is a fan film. There's a very small budget. There's very little people involved in the film. Hits don't really happen until the end, and I don't think there's power in the hits, if we're being honest. Again, there's no breasts to speak of, and the budget issues are present when it comes to hits, but you're sacrificing slasher tropes for a film. You're getting a movie here, so good with the bad is the best I can tell you. This is a wasted category for this movie. Vince, do better next time. Tits and hits. Hell, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 tits with 1 machete and just slice them off. There you go. Just don't be like Terrifier about it. Oh, okay, so we get to the legend of Crystal Lake. We haven't covered this ever in a Friday the 13th. Fuck, they reused the same footage of this fucking thing over and over again.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason.
But no, please, tell us more about the old tales of Crystal Lake.
What if he did come back here? Looking for the camp counselor that caused him to drown as a boy.
Brilliant writing, Vince. Terrific.
My brother used to tell me stories about this place. Supposedly one summer, forever ago, a kid by the name of Jason Voorhees drowned in that lake.
Oh, no, I heard. Have you heard? A little boy drowned here, and mom went crazy and fucking blah, 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 blah. The old timers say that fucking, much like other fan films, this certainly has homages and Easter eggs if you look at it the right way, and I would say some of it's on purpose. The barn and that trap door, I don't know what the hell what a weird place to have a door with no steps or anything. Very much feels like Friday the 13th 3 and Friday the 13th 5, but those were barns, so less so, I don't know. Oh, we're in an ambulance. His name is Axel and he's kind of trashy. That is an absolute homage to Final Chapter.
Holy Jesus, goddamn! Holy Jesus, jumping Christmas shit!
A hiker-hunter type character. We've seen that before. That's sort of an Easter egg. Touché. Good job. Now we're doing the fan film thing. The clothing change for our lead when he starts going through trauma and stress to wear a red jacket. This is stuff that bigger movies do, and It's just so refreshing to see something like this in not only a Friday the 13th film, but a fan film with a budget of, I don't know, a producer's car for any other Friday the 13th movie. Again, some real fantastic filmmaking with the hallucination effect in the ambulance.
What the hell is going on back here?
Oh, now you have my attention.
Remember me, asshole? Hang on, kid!
And now we're done. Now we're done. Oh, cool. So, fantastic job. Took a bit to get going. I would say, as a Friday the 13th fan, I can see perhaps people being turned off by the lack of heavy-duty kills and nudity. I'll just keep bringing up nudity. This appears to be the anti-fan film, or more of a film fan's fan film. Film fan. Where we're sacrificing, you know, typical gore and slasher stuff for story. Some of you may not like that, but I certainly welcome it. And there are a lot of fan films that will focus strictly on the kills and that stuff, and not being in focus, and not having the sound right, and the audio being all backwards, and handheld camera, and are you getting my point? This is the platinum bar for a fan film, and it really blurs the line between a fan making a movie as a tribute and somebody who's, I don't know, using their real footage to get some work. And as a Friday fan, I cannot stress enough, if they ever straighten their court shit out, I think I found you guys a director that cares about the franchise and might work cheap and get a lot for the dollar for you. I want to take time and roast this movie, but I just wanted to review it. It follows a 3-act structure. It moves rather quickly once we get to the third act. It's more intro conflict, and the resolution is kind of a cliffhanger. If you like your Friday the 13th movies to be like a Lost episode, may I present Never Hike Alone. As far as fan films go, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. That's easy to say. And as far as the Friday the 13th franchise, if I were able to include this in a ranking, it would be high. It would be in the top quarter, I could say that much. But what say you? How do you feel about Never Hike Alone? And are you excited for a potential future? Because I know I am. And again, I'm recording this as Snow gets recorded, so whatever Tom Matthews' budget is, we need to all chip in and make sure that that's covered. This is a fan film. There's no money to be made from this, so not like anything else. Click the link down below and go to the original film and put all your support down there, or the Womp Stomp Films page, or any potential future Indiegogo project that they have going. I have met Vince since first seeing this movie and interviewing him, and he's passionate about the Friday the 13th franchise. And I cannot be more excited for somebody doing stuff that is the franchise that I love and respects film too. It's really, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best of all worlds. Maybe he goes a little bit deeper with kills in the future, but you know, we have 12 movies that are kind of gory if that's your thing. It's a welcome surprise to see something so great. It's absolutely the best Friday the 13th film of the 21st century. That is easy for me to say. How about you? What say you? Let me know down in the comments how you feel about the movie, and then of course, click the link in the description and let Vince and Womp Stomp know how you feel. Other than that, I have been CP. If you enjoy my content, do me a favor and let me know. And if you want to see more of it, go ahead and click subscribe and the notification bell to be notified of when I make other stuff. God knows I'll probably be covering Never Hike in the Snow whenever that comes out, so there's that. I also cover quite a bit of Friday the 13th stuff when it does happen. If it does happen. Other than that, I have been CP, you haven't. Have a day.
Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to our various channels linked in the description below, and have a lovely day.